Q4 has officially begun, and whether you're watching this during Q4 or after, really all these same strategies that I talk about in this video are going to apply. But the reason why I'm focused so much on Q4 is because it is just a humongous opportunity for Amazon influencers to be able to earn on Amazon. Whether you're brand new to the program and this is your first Q4, or maybe you've already been an Amazon influencer for a few years and you've been through a few different Q4s here, the purpose of this video is to teach you some of the best, highest performing strategies that I have utilized over the past few years as an Amazon influencer in order to, of course, work smarter and not harder, right? Because while I do wish that I could create content, shoppable videos, shoppable photos, live streams, 8 to 10 hours a day, I just can't. So these strategies are meant for people who want to earn as much money as possible without necessarily having to work 20 hours a day over Q4. Make sure you watch till the end because I have 7 different strategies, not 6, but 7 of my favorite top earning strategies to help you earn more with the Amazon Influencer Program during this Q4. So without further ado, here they are. All right, so let's dive into my favorite 6 strategies that I use every single Q4. Again, this will be my 16th Q4 earning money on Amazon. So these are all the strategies and all the ways that I personally prepare and what I teach people in Influence and Earn how to prepare as far as how do we make the most money during the most revenue generating time of the year. Well, the first thing is to plan ahead, right? And so if you guys didn't already get your Q4 content calendar, I want to make sure that you all have access to that. Oh, it's on the next slide. So what do I mean by planning ahead? And now you can do this with both on-site and off-site, right? So even with your on-site, you can plan ahead as far as what products do you want to promote, what products do you want to make sure that you're creating content for in order to, again, maximize that revenue. But you also have to know about these key shopping events like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and you can use that to map out your content, again, both on-site and off-site Amazon. And I want to make sure that you take into account all the different types of content that you can create, right? Which is videos, photos, you can do horizontal videos, vertical videos, idealists, curations, live streams. Like there's so many different pieces of content that you can create, but the way to do it is to make sure that you plan ahead. I know for me personally, every Q4 at some point without fail, somebody in my house gets sick and then we all get sick, right? Because I live in Chicago and it gets cold here and there's germs. My kids go to school. And so somebody always gets sick. So we're always out for like a week between October and December. And hopefully it's, sooner rather than later here. But that means that I can't necessarily rely on making sure that I can create content every single day or even every single week if, my whole house goes down with the flu. So I always like to plan ahead to make sure that if something like that happens or something, out of the ordinary happens and I can't work that day, I still have content that I can post, right? So staying consistent is very important. Focus on seasonal trends and high demand products. I know somebody who makes thousands of dollars every year in Amazon on-site commission through 2 Christmas trees. She has 2 videos for 2 different Christmas trees. She made one for each, right? And then she made a comparison and then she made a follow-up one the next year. She makes thousands of dollars every Q4 with just these two Christmas trees, right? So looking for those kind of opportunities are going to set you apart from everyone else, and familiarizing yourself with those Amazon deals and promotional opportunities when you are putting together your content calendar will very much help. So if you guys haven't already gotten the free Q4 content planning calendar. Again, this is really mostly for offsite. As far as like giving you prompts, but it also gives you some captions, some hooks, like do you want engagement on your post? Do you want sales on your post? So make sure that you grab this this content calendar. Let me just put up my link so that'll go in the chat box here. If you pre-registered for this class, you probably already have it. But if not, you can scan that, or you can click on the link that just appeared in the comments section and you can grab your Q4 2025 social media calendar, and that's going to help you prep. All right, let me keep on going here because we've got more strategies. All right, so after you plan ahead, again, make sure you grab that content calendar. That's only going to help you. It's totally free. All right, strategy number 2, optimize your Amazon influencer storefront. This is where all of your content appears on Amazon, right? And so um, I know there's some new people on here and there's some seasoned Amazon influencer vets on here, but your Amazon storefront is like the real estate that you have on Amazon, right? So this is where all of your content that you upload appears. But you want to make sure that you update your storefront information, have a nice profile picture. You can't do background cover photos anymore, but bio, you can include your social media links. And especially now, you should really be doing this throughout the whole year, but you can organize your storefront by theme categories like, especially now, right? Holiday gifts, stocking stuffers. I know some of my top ones that are pinned are like Halloween items, favorite fall decor items, right? So making sure that the content is relevant at the top of your storefront will help make sure that when you're driving people to your storefront, that it's easy for them to find the products that you want them to find. You can also curate product selections tailored to your audience's need. This really is very beneficial when you're posting on social media. Let's say, again, you want to put together your top, Halloween costumes of 2025, and you're promoting that on Instagram, right? You can just create an idea list with all these different costumes and link to that. Now you're driving people to your storefront, and you're giving them all of your favorite costume ideas. And I've found driving people to an idea list converts better because now they have options, right? Instead of just driving them to one particular product. But you can also test new thumbnails and titles for increased engagement. I'm always testing this, especially on my existing videos. Those are the two things that you can update when you've already uploaded content, or we've already uploaded videos to Amazon. You can update your thumbnails and your titles. So just know that. You can also promote your storefront, like I said already, as far as, putting on your social media, but you can also share a link in your email signature, your website, your blog. I know for my personal email, I have like, check out my Amazon storefront, like underneath my signature. And I don't know how many people actually click on it, but it's there, right? It's there. So all right. Here is just a quick kind of example of my storefront. This is a little bit of an older screenshot here, but your content options are like, there's so many. You can make videos, you can upload photos or images, you can create idea lists. So that's where you are pulling together different products. So like I said, you can put together all of your favorite Halloween costumes, right? And pull that together in an idea list and promote that. You can also pull together curations, and curations are like one step further than idea lists because you can pull in not only, or you can add to your curation, not just the product, but you can also add videos, you can add your own photos. So this kind of pulls, you can add idea lists, right? So this pulls together like all these different content pieces. You can also go live on Amazon. I know lots of people who are very successful with doing that. And then you can have your pinned content, and there are 8 spots right now where you can pin that content, and that pins it up to the top, right? So you can be very strategic with what you are pinning at the top. And I do recommend that you make sure that you update this like at least once a week. At least once a week, you want to be updating your storefront and your pinned posts just to keep your content relevant, especially if you are promoting off Amazon. All right, so optimizing your storefront is strategy number 3. I'm talking fast because I want to make sure I get through everything, and then I will go back and answer. I do see some questions coming in, so I'll go back and answer some questions here once I get through some more of these strategies. All right. Strategy number 3, and yes, Lori said, oh, sorry, that was supposed to be taken out here. Hang on, I got to get rid of this QR code. Sorry, guys, I didn't realize that was still up there. Okay, I'm looking at a different screen. Wonderful. All right, so we're going to keep going here. Yes, and make sure you do deep link your storefront. Thank you, Lori. Very, very important, because when you use a deep link, then that just makes sure that it holds your Amazon cookie, and you're way more likely to actually get paid for that sale. So definitely make sure you are deep linking. Thank you, Lori, for calling that out. All right, strategy number 3. So I kind of already talked a little bit about leveraging other platforms, but for offsite commission, like during Q4, this is the time. If you've been resistant, like me, to other platforms, YouTube is my favorite platform. I'm always posting my videos on YouTube, but as far as like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook goes, Q4 is the time to leverage these offsite platforms in order to promote the Amazon products that you want to be selling over Q4. One important thing, though, is that you do really want to tailor that content to the platform, because different platforms have different content that works for them. And I always like telling the story of like when I tried out TikTok, the TikTok shop as a creator. I basically took all of the Amazon videos that I created that were vertical, which were just a handful because those were from like incentives from over the years. And so what I did was I took those vertical videos and I uploaded them to TikTok, and I was like, all right, I got to be making some sort of sales here because these videos work so well on Amazon. Those videos were garbage as far as TikTok was concerned, because, and I figured out exactly why, even though they were vertical videos, the videos that were doing well on Amazon were promoting high priced items. They were like bed frames and couches, and they were furniture items. Whereas on TikTok, people are not really in the market for like a new bed frame when they're scrolling on TikTok, right? Or like a new couch. You're like scrolling through TikTok and you're like, ooh, there's a couch, maybe I'll buy it. No. When you're on Amazon, you're already looking for the new couch. You've already decided I'm going to buy a new bed frame, right? So you're looking for that. So I will say platforms, the content, if you want it to perform well, needs to be different across platforms. But I do repurpose my Amazon content directly to YouTube. And that's worked pretty well for me as far as like growing my subscribers on there, and then also just earning offsite commission, right? And then, helping with those creator bonuses and things like that. So if you have been resistant to social media, now is the time. Like, just pick one, right? Just pick one, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or Pinterest, right? If you're not doing YouTube, definitely pick YouTube. And you can utilize those social media calendars that you just got, right, in order to stay organized. And also, of course, placing those affiliate links strategically in descriptions, posts, bios. Again, every social media platform is a little bit different it depends on where you can actually post your content there. But there are, excuse me, there are lots of opportunities to post that content, drive people to Amazon if you do it right on the social media platforms, right? So speaking of doing it right, you need to make sure that you are always following the rules of Amazon and the FTC. This becomes an issue when people don't know that they need to properly disclose. Let me just get the rest of our stuff on here, because you always need to disclose that you have an affiliate relationship if you're posting an affiliate link, because you need to let the person know who's clicking on that link and potentially going to be buying from your affiliate link that you earn from that link, right? That is an FTC rule. You will get shut down in every corner of the internet if you don't adhere to those affiliate rules. So again, like I talked about in the beginning of the presentation here, you need to make sure that you are following the rules. You're not trying to kind of get away with posting these links, because it's not going to work long term. So in order to help you with that, I have a free resource here. It's the do's and don'ts of the Amazon Influencer Program. Let me get my other QR code on here to make sure that everybody's able to get it here. This is basically a curation of all the different do's and don'ts resources that I have compiled in a PDF. I know a lot of people are like, well, where can I find this information? And how do I know what to say when I'm posting on YouTube or Instagram, or to make sure that you are following the rules of Amazon, but also the FTC. So if you don't already have this free resource, make sure you grab it, because it's going to help guide you and just make sure that you're not getting yourself in trouble while you are posting your content off Amazon. Okay. Let's see. I'm so lost. Where's the calendar link? The calendar link. Okay. Hang on just a moment here. The calendar link is, you have to opt into this class that you're already at. So here's the calendar link. If you go through here, you have to register, and then the thank you page has the calendar link, and the follow-up email has the calendar link. So if you don't already have the calendar, opt in here and you will grab that. Sorry about that. Did not want to be confusing at all. Let's see here. Let's see here. Doug and Nikki said, does checking the box on YouTube that says a paid advertising post meet the FTC requirement, as they mark your video as sponsored content publicly? I think it depends, Doug and Nikki. So like, you can do paid promotion, but then if you're including links in the description, I think you still need to post that you earn from the affiliate. Like, you still have to have that affiliate link disclosure in your YouTube description, even if you are checking the box that it's a paid post. Because I make sure to include both of those. Now, I don't do paid posts in most of my Amazon content, because unless I've actually been paid for that video. But I know sometimes with this channel, I do have paid advertisements, but I also say that I have, that there are affiliate links in my YouTube description, in all of my YouTube descriptions. So, yes, thank you, Christina. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see here. Beth had a good question, and then I'm going to keep going. Doesn't it automatically note that it's affiliate link commission earned? Yes, Beth, if you are driving people to your Amazon storefront, it's got it right there. And that's why Amazon's a little bit more liberal in the ways that we can promote our Amazon storefront, because it says earns commission right there. That's why you can link to your storefront in an email, or you don't necessarily have to let people know that you are earning commission when you are linking directly to your storefront. But you do have to, oh, sorry. I can't find the content calendar. The link takes me to a document called 4-step process. Yeah, you just gotta go to the other one. I'll put that one back up in just a second. Yes. Like I said, with the storefront, you're driving people there. But if you're just driving people to an Amazon affiliate link, it does not say that when they click on the link. It just takes them to Amazon, right? So your storefront, you don't necessarily have to disclose before they click on it. But if you're driving them directly to an Amazon product page and not your storefront, you do have to have that affiliate disclosure on there. All right, I'm going to put up the access to the calendar one more time here. If you guys register here, it's going to be on the thank you page, or it'll be in your email after registration. I know I should have just done a direct link. Sorry about that. Definitely did not mean to be confusing there. Okay. All right, let me go through, because we have a few more strategies and we're already at half past the hour. I don't want to go past the hour, because I really appreciate everyone's time and being here live and showing up. And you guys always ask such amazing questions. So, all right, strategy number 4. This is one of my favorite strategies, because it's so valuable. And I think a lot of people kind of miss this step, or maybe don't know what to do once they analyze their data. So interpreting your analytics and making data-driven decisions, this is so important, you guys. It's really critical to focus on those key metrics, especially during this time. You want to be looking at views, view duration, view through percentage. This is a huge one. And I really do think that it's very difficult to make sales. I have noticed that my top performing videos for products, the products that convert to sales for me, the videos that I'm able to see in my Creator Hub dashboard, they are all viewed at more than 50% watch through rate. So when you're creating content, always aim for over 50% watch through rate, because I think that Amazon is showing those videos more. I think they're staying on the upper carousels longer. And I know for me, they are converting into sales more so than videos that are not getting watched through. And I have a couple different strategies on that, but I want to keep going, because when you are looking at these numbers, then you can go back and really analyze your performance based on videos, based on products, and find out what is converting best on Amazon. You can test your thumbnails, your titles, your content types, but then, like, what do you actually do with that information is the biggest thing. So, like, for me, one of the things that I always make sure to do every single month, right? And this kind of goes along with this adjusting your strategy based on the high conversion product categories. So every single month I go back and I pull my data, and I think, it's important for people to pull their data at least every 30 days, because it will disappear. You will not be able to go back and pull reports from, like, May of 2024 right now. You just can't. So you have to do that pretty shortly after, May of 2024. But so basically what I do is I pull my 30-day sales, and then I look at my last 30 days of video analytics, and I kind of put the two together. And this is how I have learned that over 50% watch rate converts into sales, because I can see those videos and I can see the sales, right? And so I'm always looking to find the top 10% of those products that are converting, and what can I do to make sure that I'm staying on top of the carousel, and make sure that I'm still converting these sales. And one of my best strategies is super simple, and it's just make a second video. So I have like maybe 25 products that earn me 80% of my on-site commission. Like, it's not a lot of products. And so when you guys find one of those, you need to take very good care of that video. And that means checking on it to make sure that it's in the upper carousel. And if it's not, right, you can do a tweak. You can do a title tweak. You can do try a new thumbnail, right? Like I said, those are the two things that you can test when you've already uploaded content to Amazon. So try one of those strategies. But if it's already there, right, make a second video, because now you are doubling the chances that your video is going to be in that upper carousel throughout Q4. If it's a product that's already earning for you, a video that's already earning for you, make another one. Just make another one and say 3 months later, here's my update. 6 months later, here's my update. And now you know that that video is probably going to pay you. It's going to be worth your time, as opposed to, what did I buy on my, what's on my Amazon order history from the last 30 days, right? So, but you always want to make sure that you do the proper research before spending the time to create content. And so that's why I always tell people, like, they're like, oh, well, so-and-so told me I should just make videos about, anything and everything I have in my house. You could do that. And if you have the time to do that, I'm jealous, because I sure don't have the time to do that. That's why it's really important to do the research before spending time to create these videos. And that's how I kind of optimize my research and figure out the best way to utilize my time and what should I really be creating content for. And so for product research, I love Fluencer Fruit. It is my most favorite my most favorite software to do that. I'll put up my link here. This is my affiliate link for Fluencer Fruit. But if you are looking for a good product research tool, this is what I use. I use it every day, and they do have a 14-day free trial. So you could try it out. I love it for creator connections, which we'll talk about here in just a second. But yeah, try out Fluencer Fruit if you're looking for a good option. And like I said, you can also use it for free and try it out and see if it really works for you. Okay. Strategy 5. This is something that I slept on for the first 2 years, because I just was so focused on onsite, and now it is 100% a critical part of my strategy. Collaborating with brands for sponsored content and partnerships, right? So this is a great time, because brands are ready to give samples. Brands are ready to pay for content, because it's Q4, right? Because they're ready to jumpstart their sales too. And so they want to make sure that they have influencer videos and they have people pushing their products both on Amazon and off Amazon. So if you create a great pitch or a media kit highlighting your content and your past results, you can use that over and over and over to reach out to brands, whether it's on Amazon or off Amazon. But you can also be proactive about it. I'm sure, if you've been in the program for at least a few months, you're probably already getting DMs and emails from brands asking to collaborate. Some are better than others, but you can also go through and identify and be proactive and approach those brands that align with your niche. In order to be strategic about, again, the content that you're creating and the products that you're pushing. Always check for and vet those existing opportunities from emails and DMs. And what I like to do is I do my product research, right? So when I get emails and it's like, hey, do you want to try out these products? I click on the product link and I do my product research using Influencer Fruit. I look at the score. I look at what other influencer videos are on there. I also make sure that, the product is selling, right? The sales volume is another thing we always look at here. But so much opportunity if you decide that you want to partner with brands to get free stuff, to get paid for your content. It's really important to negotiate those terms. I know a lot of people say like, well, what should I charge? And my short answer here, because we're running short on time, my short answer here is charge what makes you feel good about doing the video. If you feel good about charging $50 to do a video, charge $50. If you are like, ugh, I'm not going to want to do like $50 just isn't enough for this video, right? Charge 100, charge 200. Like at the end of the day, and this is part of the reason why I'm very strategic with the opportunities that I accept. I don't want it to feel like work. As soon as it feels like work to me, it kind of takes the fun out of it. But if it's a product that I'm already going to buy or that I need for my home or my family, I'm probably going to try it, especially if I know that there are some decent sales with it, right? So then you can also integrate those sponsored products naturally into your content, whether it's, again, Amazon shoppable videos or YouTube. But one of my favorite things is building those long-term relationships, because now I have certain brands that I work with every single month, right? I work with certain brands. They send me things monthly or quarterly. And so it's just less time that I have to negotiate and correspond with these brands because we already have our terms set. So look forward to making those long-term relationships with some of those brands. So let's see here. All right. So strategy number 6. This is a huge one. I probably should have put this further up in the strategies, but creator connections is critical. It is critical for Q4 because there are so many sellers that have creator connections campaigns now. There are over 300,000 campaigns, right? And many of them are duplicates, of course, but the beauty of creator connections is that you can earn additional commissions between 10 and 50%. 10 is more reasonable. I see a lot for like 15 or 20%. 50% is kind of hard to find. But that's on top of the 1 to 4% that you're already earning for being an Amazon influencer, right? For earning that on-site commission. Creator campaigns, creator connections is just, you have to. If you've not already dove into creator connections, you have to dive into it and just start accepting campaigns for products that you've already created content for. But again, you can utilize creator connections to get free samples, to build those long-term brand partnerships. And this is 100% true. On-site and off-site sales do qualify. This is where this is really one of the biggest benefits of creator connections, is because you can earn that additional 10 to 50% for sales that you make on site. No matter what those Amazon customer support reps tell you, it is very clearly written in Amazon's terms with creator connections. You do earn from on-site sales. I earn from on-site sales, always have. So you definitely do earn from on-site. And I also use Influencer Fruit to find existing campaigns. I really like the feature where you can just copy and paste your ASINs. Again, check out the free trial if you don't already have access to it. But part of my weekly strategy, part of my weekly routine is I go and I pull my Creator Hub report through Fluencer Fruit, which gives me all of my videos, all of my links, all of my ASINs, my view through, how many views, like my conversion rate, all that good stuff. So I get that in a spreadsheet every single week. And then I take those ASINs and I run them through Creator Connections, and it finds the campaigns that have ASINs attached to it from my list. And so if any new campaigns have popped up for content that I've already created, Fluencer Fruit will find it for me and opt into that campaign for me. So, I mean, if you haven't already tried Fluencer Fruit, you've got to try it just for that reason alone. But even more perks, right? Creator Connections, you can reach out for samples. Again, you can provide a media kit or use a template. And you can also repurpose that content for TikTok, Reels, YouTube, all that good stuff. And I do have another free gift for everyone who is still watching. We still have 76 people watching. Thank you all. This one you do not have to opt in for. This is just kind of some simple brand outreach templates that you can kind of tailor and mix and match and pull from. I know sometimes they'll let links go through, and sometimes they pull them off through the Creator Connections messaging. But if you guys don't already have this, you're welcome to grab the Creator Connections and brand outreach templates that we put together. Again, they're just kind of getting you started with what to say and how to reach out to some of these brands, especially on Creator Connections. All right. Let's see here. All right. And so that's number 6. And I had to put in a number 7 because I'd already named it 6. And then I figured that number 7 was still really important. So your bonus strategy is to join a community or mastermind. And you guys are all here because you want to learn, because you want to be surrounded by like-minded people who are doing what you're doing. So I really found that there's faster problem solving, right? Because you have feedback and solutions from peers who have been there before, right? You have accountability from other people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. You can ask those questions and get support. I know not all groups are as supportive as everyone else's groups, right? But I will say our Facebook group is very, very supportive. Our Influence and Earn community is very, very supportive. But another thing too is like we help each other stay informed about when Fall Prime Day is announced. Oh, there's you can get $50 incentive if you just opt in, right, to this text message alert thing, right? So it's really important to make sure that you are surrounding yourself, even if it's just online, with people that are doing what you're doing to help stay informed, to network, to get your questions answered. Like I feel like everything just moves faster when you have people that you can reach out to and kind of mastermind with in order to, grow your income. Let's see here. You can do more collaboration opportunities. I know YouTube is putting together, or kind of already has put together, like opportunities for YouTubers to collab, right? You can collab on things. You can share products. You can exchange products, right? So there's a lot of opportunity when you have like-minded people around you that are supporting you, but also motivation, right? During Q4. I know over the summer, was a little less motivating for me because there's a lot going on, the kids stuff. It's nice outside. I didn't really want to work quite as much. But I know with Q4, I'm motivated because it's Q4, but I'm also extra motivated because I know that I have my community around me and we're all going to be working on this stuff together. So, yes, and of course, earn more faster by learning from other people's wins and other people's mistakes, right? I love when people post about their mistakes. And if you guys are in my Influence and Earn program, I have a video where I talk about a mistake that I made, and we're all human and mistakes happen, but also like it's all about like how do we fix it, right? How do we learn from that mistake, fix it, and then move on, right? So yes. Thank you. I've got lots of amazing support. Christina says this is a great supportive community. Thank you. And Anna says, I love this community. This program has been a game changer in my life. Oh, I am so, so happy. So happy to hear that. Okay, so there it is. Those are my 6, but actually 7 revenue boosting tactics every Amazon influencer needs this Q4. We are approaching the top of the hour, so I'm going to go through the rest of this really quickly because I do have a really exciting offer that I am super, super pumped about because it's brand new. So keep watching. Um, all right. Strategies 1 to 7. Plan ahead with a Q4 content calendar. Okay. Number 2, make sure you optimize your Amazon influencer storefront. This is critical for Q4. Definitely be leveraging those offsite platforms. Pick one, right? Pick one that you're not already doing and commit to doing it for Q4 and see what kind of results you get. Number 4 is interpret your analytics and make data-driven decisions. This is so incredibly important if you want to work smarter and not harder, and you don't have 8 to 10 hours a day every single day to do this. You have to interpret your analytics and work off of that data so you can continue earning without having to work all day, every day. Collaborating with brands for sponsored content and partnerships is a huge opportunity for Q4, especially for those brands that are doing new product launches and need that influencer content. Number 6 is earning more with creator connections campaigns. This should probably have been number 1 because it's probably the most important and the easiest way to earn more money over Q4. So definitely dive into creator connections if you haven't already. And number 7 is join a community or mastermind so that you can be a part of something that is bigger than you, but also people that are doing what you're doing, whether they're ahead of you or behind you, they can still help you and support you and keep you motivated along the way. So there you have it. Those are my top 7 strategies to help you earn as much money as possible over the Q4 holiday shopping season as an Amazon influencer. Now, if you're looking for additional help and support, accountability, motivation, education, whatever it is you may need, make sure you check out our programs. We have both Influence and Earn available, which is more of a self-paced, self-guided program where we do have a private community and monthly Q&A calls so you can come and get your questions answered whenever you want. Or we have a very special Q4 only 10-week mastermind. This is just for small groups who are really, really excited and motivated and ready to learn all of these strategies, deep dive into each one of these strategies that I've just talked about here in this video with me personally, along with my team and my support staff as well. So if you're interested in any of those programs, please go ahead and click on the links below. I'll make sure both of them are there. So you have the option whether you want more of a self-paced program or you want to really dive in and join our Q4 mastermind. Either way, I'd love to have you in one or the other. And if you join the mastermind, you do automatically get lifetime access to Influence and Earn. So another nice little perk there for joining the mastermind. So I'd love to see you in one or both and help you earn as much money as possible during this Q4.